Hello everyone and welcome back to Backrooms Survival. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Today we're going over our first item that you'll come across in the Backrooms. And probably one of the most important things you'll need to come across, which is almond water. Almond water is a very useful object that can be obtained on most levels of the Backrooms. It is a set of metal containers filled with clear liquid. They are usually found individually across many levels, but sometimes they can be found in groups on levels where they are more abundant. It is unknown exactly how almond water becomes so abundant, but various ancient texts from the law suggest that all the bottles may have suddenly appeared one day through unknown means, though it is always possible that these are just tales and not fact. Most of the bottles are usually slightly damaged or worn with marks, such as dents or scratches in the paint. All the bottles are roughly an inch tall, or a foot tall, I should say. and they are always filled to the very brim of the bottle, with each bottle being able to hold anywhere from 2 to 4 cups of water. If a bottle that is not full is found, do not consume the contents inside, as this usually means it was used by another wanderer and could have been tampered with. The contents inside or spread something such as the crawler fungus. The contents of the bottle inside vary somewhat in taste, though all resemble water in both texture and appearance. Almond water, granted that it has not been tampered with, is safe to consume by default. However, certain levels can have an anomalous effect that makes the liquid cause symptoms similar to cyanide poisoning to the drinker. There's no consistency of which levels cause this and which don't, nor any known way to find out beforehand. In case this effect applies, it will be listed on the level page. This effect can be neutralized by boiling the almond water. Using a small pinch of fire salts can instantly boil the liquid to kill any bacteria inside. Though it is worth noting that this method of boiling can cause the liquid to become slightly spicy if used too excessively. As mentioned previously, there is also the possibility that other groups and individuals and/or entities have tampered with the liquid. The general rule of thumb is this: when in doubt, boil the water. If one has the ability to do so, it is generally recommended to boil anyway before drinking as a precaution, unless it is an emergency situation. Almond water is most commonly used by wanderers as an efficient source of nutrition. Drinking one whole bottle of almond water provides the same nutritional value as a healthy 600-calorie meal, meaning that 3 bottles a day will provide sufficient daily nutrition for the average healthy person. Despite being the first object ever discovered by the MEG, it is still unknown exactly how this is possible. Due to its abundance across most levels, almond water is a very easy way to obtain sustenance and maintain physical health. It also prevents the need for any form of husbandry, creating a better sense of efficiency in a more settled levels, such as level 11. Aside from the calories, the water also provides necessary vitamins and nutrients such as protein, sodium, and fat. Despite traces of things like sugar and sodium being found within the liquid, this does not appear to alter the flavor or taste, as it would be expected to. For example, not all the variants of almond water are salty, despite having equal amounts of sodium across all variants. Additionally, methods that would usually separate things like salt and sugar from the liquid, such as boiling, have been fruitless, and no residual substances have been acquired, as would be expected with the water mixture. This has led to some suspicious researchers to believe that the liquid is not water, rather a natural, anomalous substance that resembles it. Much of this has yet to be confirmed. Almond water is generally the most popular item used in bartering as well. Since it is a standardized currency across multiple levels, it is generally impossible. Many wanderers resort to bartering, thus leading to the object having some economical value. Almond water is one of the most commonly traded items in places such as level 5.1 and the trader's vault. The object is usually used similarly to a single standardized unit of currency, such as a dollar, euro, or pound. Many groups of interests and communities value objects offered in bartering in comparison to almond water. It is recommended that wanderers carry a sizable quantity of almond water on heavily settled levels such as level 11 or level 6.1, due to it being the most generally preferred standardization of trade value. Individually, many wanderers also prefer to use almond water for its recreational purposes that it can provide. Almond water bottles can be found in various different colored bottles, all of which have their own unique taste and effect. Many wanderers cite their enjoyment of them due to genuine familiarity that they provide, being common in works such as the recipes in Object 56, in juxtaposition to most powerful, anomalous, and most often than not dangerous objects that are common throughout the Backrooms. Almond water usually provides effects that normal, everyday drinks would provide naturally. Various effects including temporary self-relief, or symptom relief, relaxation, sleep help, and other similar benefits which are listed below. The properties of almond water differ depending on the color of the bottle. Originally, it was presumed that the bottles had some sort of anomalous property attached to them, or that they acted more akin to a potion of sorts. After further studies were done, it was found that this was far from the case, and rather accomplished via small doses of natural substances that are dissolved into the liquid inside. Despite this, it is still unknown exactly how and why said auxiliary substances are in the drink to begin with, and why they aren't scientifically extractable. Nevertheless, almond water is completely potable. Potable in all regular circumstances. Gray is the most common version of almond water. It is usually packaged in gray metal or transparent bottles. Wanderers describe its taste as slightly sweet with a hint of almond flavor. Among all the types of almond water, this variant has the highest nutritional value, satisfying hunger for a long amount of time than other options. Unlike the others, though, it does not have any additional effects aside from simply satisfying hunger. It is noted that one can temporarily tame entities such as death moths and jerry by using gray almond water. Green. This variant of almond water is found mostly in frosted green bottles, tasting the sweetest of all the variants and having the highest amounts of caffeine. Most people describe its taste as being similar to an energy drink. Many wanderers use this variant in the same way one would drink coffee every morning. It is also not recommended to abuse this variant of almond water, as long-term abuse will lead to many side effects such as insomnia, drowsiness, fatigue, lowered attention span, impaired cardiac activity, as well as an effect close to addiction. The red variant is known for its extremely bitter taste. Because of this, many wanderers do not consume this variant, unless it is imperative for survival. Many wanderers describe the taste as similar to drinking orange juice and brushing your teeth. This variant is known for the beneficial effect it has on the human immune system when consumed. Upon consumption, the beverage will provide effects similar to an antibiotic or cough syrup, depending on the ailment that is being treated. Common effects include relief of the symptoms of such ailments as the common cold or headache, increase or decrease of blood pressure to a normal level, and accelerated recovery from minor diseases. It is also the only known way to treat the disease. As a side effect, the person feels terribly tired as the body's resources are relocated to strengthening the immune system and enhancing the overall health of the body. This variant should be used very sparingly, as abuse could lead to infections, pneumonia, and even cancer if abused for long enough. Don't drink more than 1 bottle in an 8-hour time. The blue variant almond water is found in blue bottles and does not have any special aftertaste. Many wanderers cite this as their favorite variant due to its effects and the fact that it is identically resembles plain clear water. After consumption, the level of the melatonin in the human body will rise, and increased drowsiness will occur. Notably, this variant is very popular for those who suffer from insomnia. Among other things, this version of almond water prevents an external influence on the human psyche. It can also interrupt the wretched cycle in the early stages, and even reverse it if treated quickly enough. Wanderers who suffer from impairments like anxiety, depression, and ADHD have reported that it also helped them manage those disabilities. Abuse of this variant could lead to permanent reliance, vision impairment, and muscle weakness. Almond water was the first object to be discovered by what eventually became Team Overseer. It was discovered on their first expedition of the Backrooms in late 2011 before the MEG was established later on. Do's and don'ts. Do regularly attempt to travel to levels where almond water is abundant, such as level 4, to collect more water bottles. Frequently consume almond water to prevent dying of starvation or thirst. Attempt to trade almond water at trading hotspots such as level 11. Use almond water to defend oneself against entities who are affected negatively by it, such as skin stealers. Always carry multiple bottles when traveling, especially to unexplored dangerous levels. Don't abuse the colored variants. Don't drink almond water found on an unexplored level without boiling it. Don't drink almond water on a level where it is possibly unsafe to do so, such as the Shady Gray. Don't drink half-empty bottles. Alright guys, that is it for this one. I hope it helped you on your survival in the Backrooms. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and turn on bell notifications so you don't miss any future content. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.